Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Chrono Cross. We are back at Arni village, because like I said at the end of the last episode, I have fought a few of the monsters just to gather up a few more materials. Because I really want to see if we can improve our equipment. So let's quickly look what we are carrying. Because there is always the possibility that the equipment we can get in the store is the ones we are already wearing. To be honest, I hope not, but we'll see. Seashell, ivory mill, ivory helmet, bone glove, ivory mill, and no helmet. So we definitely want a helmet if at all possible. And I also thought we could as well buy some elements from this store. I don't know if I will straight equip it, but at least so I can have it, because I don't know if there's a maximum carry capacity when it comes to elements, and I don't know if this store will be here forever or if it changes its inventory. And I'm really big on trying to get everything in every RPG that I play, and I'm always really happy when they have infinite space. Not all of them have it, but when they do, I'm literally in my element. So let's see what they sell here. Tablet, yeah, we're getting that from the enemy, so we don't need to buy that. We have a cure and a heal, but I think this is one of those things that would be really nice that if every member of a party would at least have a healing skill, so that after a fight, when it's done, and you have the option to use your elements to heal, we can actually do that for all party members. So unless we're gonna get like a team heal type of thing, I think it would be wise to get a cure. Yeah, just one. We don't need more of it. We already have fireball. Looks like we also have an aqua beam. We haven't got any medicine or antidote, so they're only 15. They are consumable. So there is a really high chance that these are really easily gotten in all the other stores, like a tablet, I assume. So let's just, whoa, no, not 11, like 3 of them or something. Just so they are in the list. Like I said, I don't know if like status elements or antidote, confuse, or other typical statuses you have in other games persist after battle in this game. So we'll have to find out. But it never hurts to at least have a few of them in your inventory. And so that in case we get to an area like the marshes later, which I can really imagine that they have poison there, that we at least have that with us. Alright. And for our main thing we came back here, weapons and armor and accessories. Okay, so we've got an ivory dagger. Neither of us are wearing that. And the bone glove is what Partial is wearing right now, and we don't have enemies that give us leather, so no weapons for us. An ivory vest and ivory mail. So vest is actually worse, and mail is what we are wearing. Slightly disappointed, but I can get with it. Again, we don't have a scale of fur. And an ivory helmet, we need screws. Damn, it's going to be hard to get all the materials needed for equipment, is it? Alright, at least now we know what to expect. I do still believe that it's never a bad thing to, let's just call it stockpiling materials. Because it's better to have a surplus of it than have too little. So right now we only have access to humor and fangs, and we have plenty of those. I think bones we just got from a chest, I think. Thanks, come again. Alright, so time for us to return to Lizard Rock. And now we know what we need for the weapons and armor, if we potentially want it. The mails we don't need, because we already have that. Weapons, we can carry it, there's nothing new that will increase it. So it's just for that one helmet for Partial that you might want to get back there. So let's keep in mind when we get it. If we get a screw, we can go back and pick up a helmet for Partial. Or we can hope that an enemy or a chest will give us one of those. I want to see what's down there. Because I already saw that to the left there's another area, which I haven't been to. Because what I tend to do with playthroughs is I will explore everything when I do it for the first time live during the episode. And I'll only go back there if I've already been there with you guys. And that's also the reason why I just went into Lizard Rock at the end of last episode, just to open it up, so I have that opportunity for potentially other enemies. But from what I've seen, there's only the same enemies here as there was in the cave. Which is technically not a bad thing, of course. Even though I would have very clearly wished I could have gotten enough materials to make stuff, just to get the feel of it. Oh, and I also noticed that during fighting, we can just press to the side and go to the other party member. So if someone else has full stats, when an enemy gets in between, we can switch to the other character. Because when an enemy attacks and you get to attack again, your hit percentages seem to go back to where you started. So you have to go all over again. Which is kind of annoying, but seeing as you can just switch between party members at will, not super bad. But it does make me want to risk the lower percentages a bit more. Oh yeah, and after 2 fights that I did get a massive stat increase. Not by multiple points, but 1 point in 3 different stats. And after that, I haven't gotten anything anymore. So I need to keep an eye on that. I do hope to get more, but I feel like there's only a set amount of points you can gain or something like that. Yeah, still something I need to figure out. I'm still hoping that they'll come with a tutorial on that. Ooh, and another komodo. So which one of the Elder's technique are we gonna use to catch that one? We've already done the pushing the stones, so I'm pretty sure there's not gonna be 2 of those. At least not to catch the komodo. Okay, like now he's only at partials only 2, so he can basically only do 1 lower, weaker attack. So we go to Serge, so we can at least have a normal and 2 middle. Like right now we're too weak to kill it, but we're nearly there. I think with 1 or 2 strength points we should be able to get there. Yeah, I'm already trying to start thinking in like tactical advantages I can use. Just like if both characters have low on stamina, but we have our elements, then just use a massive elemental attack to take the enemy down instead of wasting lower numbers for that. And I did already expect that, alright. Okay, we have 2. Let's check up here. I see an opportunity. I don't know if I'm right about that, but it could be. But there's a cliff there. And that's exactly around the same area where the komodo was walking. So I'm guessing we might be able to jump on them from above. And down for the count. Like this. This is just 3 and 4. It's not really impressive, is it? So I could try do uplift. Did check quickly if it's not the same element. So they have water, this is earth, so should work. Not really that powerful, is it? Slightly disappointed, if I have to be honest. No elements. We only have 1, so let's go full photon array, which we know is quite powerful. Which I don't know, is it? No, I want to say, is it powerful because I am elemental white? Partial is yellow, so if that was the case, Partial should have done more damage as well. Yeah, just trying to think out loud, trying to figure out everything, while beating the monsters in the process. And thankfully the fights are not very long. And I actually do really like that different layers of damage you can do. Just makes you think a lot more about what you're actually doing. Ooh, percentages were still high, nice. Oh yeah, this is really gonna be messed up, isn't it? Oh, give me that one attack, really. Yeah, I knew it was gonna go down. Alright. Serge, take care of the last squirter. Yeah, we're so close to beating them a lot quicker. You see what you mean? Like, now we're with 2 members, so that's more than enough. But I think it would really be something nice to have a cure on everyone. Then basically they are curing themselves if needed. Yep, there it is. See if we can time that nicely. Come back, Komodo. Ah, come on, can you please not do it like that? My time would have been totally off. Alright, does it go when I... Oh, that was really close as well. Alright, let's try again. It does seem that the enemies stay away. That's actually really nice. And that way it won't be too annoying having to do this multiple times. No, that's too late. It doesn't seem that we need to be very early on. Yes, perfect. There's a slight delay between pressing and actually jumping because of the animation of it. Not even a big blue guy to back you guys up. Risky and lethal at the same time. Now give me my second Komodo scale. I want it. Yeah, I can't imagine having to do this without partial. And bones! Okay, so we got those from the Komodos. Nice. He stored it away safely. Good jump, Serge. And always click everywhere. Ooh, she just... I want that chest. Really? It's also me that being too arrogant to go back to a lower one, even though it says 81, which is very high chance of missing in my book. Oh, come on, you should have given me that. Let's go to 3. Alright, let's see. Now let's do one more with Serge so that partial can finish it off. Oh, just not enough. Man, that one really didn't want to die, did he? Yeah, we really aren't getting any more stat points, so there is a max to it. And having a whole bundle of points would be a decent indicator that you're at your max. Alright, let's push it. Come on, I want that thing. And there it comes. Come on, you can do this. Whatever it is, it's gonna be pretty waterlogged, isn't it? Serge found silver loop. Alright, so what's that? I guess an equipment piece? Ah, an accessory. Improves hit rate. Oh, hell yeah. Give it to me. I should actually see who has the lower hit. Yeah, he has the lower hit rate because I'm wearing the silver loop. So they're really close together, so then Serge will always have the upper hand. Okay, there's another screen here as well. I think this is the same one if we're coming from the upper screen. I think. Ooh. Okay, so he's running. Do we just need to chase it? Oh no, he's gone. He's totally gone. I'm trying to remember the tips the old guy gave us. I think one of them was just running, wasn't it? Are we? I think we're gaining. Yeah. This is they're just running. Let's keep going. We can get it. Come on. Yes. Haha. And the last skill shall be ours. Oh yeah. Starting at 91. Pretty decent. It does help you take more chances on the first attack to go straight to 2 if you want to. Because, to be honest, at this point in time, I really want to be at least above 80 before a chance. What the hell is that? Oh god, it's Mama, isn't it? Mama Komodo, yep. Who bit too much of her little ones. Now she wants revenge. Okay, so Serge is full. And it's a blue one, so fire is against it. So I want to use some elements. Because we don't hear another music, so it is probably a harder enemy, but I don't feel like this is... I might as well try uplift, right? Why not? There's no fire in the field effect already, so we're not diminishing it. I don't feel like this is a real boss, just a harder enemy, like a bigger Komodo dragon. And imagine if you don't have partial, then Serge is by himself. He still needs to be able to do it, right? Photon Ray. We didn't equip the fireball, did we? $39. Oh, it looks like we have 2 yellow field effects, but we don't have any elements yet. We just used them all up. Look, is he panting? So it's almost down. Okay. Oh, we can only use it once. Yeah, I'm still getting to grips with the combat system. I think we're doing pretty well, though. Now I'm gonna risk 2. Wasn't so unnecessary, but I just had to. Let's do defense so we have some more stamina, because this is way too low to do anything decent. Was this poison? It seemed like that, didn't it? Alright, let's finish this off. Partial attack! It's gonna slobber all over it. Oh no, no, it's definitely almost... It is dead. Nicely done, Partial. Favorite party member already. Reached a new growth level. So it is like you have a maximum room for growth. So we got a new elemental slots. Bunch of stats. Nice. HP3, new slot. Good. Bone and fangs. And of course, the Komodo skill. He stored it safely away. Nice, alright. Pashushu! We now have 3 Komodo scales. Let's get moving to Oppasa Beach and wait for Leena. Yes, we shall. But first, let's get the chest we saw. 3 chests. Oh, we definitely need to look around before we continue on. Oh, it's a hole. Alright. That will get us down there. Boom. Let's give it to me. So how do we get down there then? So we could just jump off the waterfall. We need to find another hole or something. What the? That I have to admit, that was a pretty decent surprise attack. Didn't expect that. Okay, you go down. Go straight to... I just had to try it. Come on. Why? What are we if we not take chances on some lower percentage just every once in a while? Because if it works, we'll be awesome. Alright. And he's down. So close. Oh, I really want a better weapon or some extra strength stats. So, are we getting more points now? We are, okay. So I'm guessing it's from big growth to big growth and everything we get in between. Alright, let's keep that in mind. And hopefully somewhere in the game someone will confirm this. Serge found ivory helmet. I don't say no to that. Might as well give the partial. Because in all fairness, he did deserve it. I can just check if it's a he or a she, isn't it? I think that's a stat. Okay, it's a she. I did not expect that. Roly-poly, female unknown, wonder dog, question mark, question mark. So people think it's a dog, but they don't know for sure, okay. I can go with that. Alright, now let's find a way to get to the last chest. Okay, back into the hole. So there has to be another location that we can go down into the water. So where are you? Could we just... Oh yeah, that one was always there. And it's just a staircase going down. Alright. Tablet. Oh, we can actually be attacked when we're seeing text. That's actually a very good lesson. Just in case we are in enemy territory with people we can talk to, we've got to remind ourselves that we can get attacked in that kind of situation. Damn, is it me or are they evading a lot more this episode? I could just be very unlucky. Okay. Good girl, for sure. Let's just go after the squirt. Not even a hint that it's hurt. Oh, Portugal can finish off her own enemy. Strength and rest. Nice, nice, nice. No for partial? Really? I wonder if these stats are randomized or just fixed on what you can get in a level. Not that there's any reason for us to determine that. It's not like I'm gonna reset the game every time I level up and fight just to get more stats or anything. We're gonna get what we're gonna get. But I do wonder if that's the case. And there we are at the southern end of Lizard Rock. Oh, well, we got everything we need. So let's meet up with Leena and hopefully she doesn't mind that Portugal is with us. Ah, there you are. Sorry I'm late. I hope you didn't wait too long, Serge. Partial? I didn't expect to see you here. So this is where you went off to. Leena here. How are you doing? Oh, are you two on a date? Sorry, we think we should leave you two alone. No, please, don't be silly. Bashushu. Well, how did it go? Did you get the Komodo dragon scales? Oh, they're beautiful. I'll be able to make a great necklace with these. Thank you, Serge. And you too, Poshul. No problem. It sure has been a long time since we last came here. We used to come so often. The sea never changes, does it? It's been rolling in and out like this since long before we were born. It's been here for eternity, it seems. It's probably seen many things, heard many things. It'll probably keep rolling in and out, long after our lifetime, without a single change. Hey Serge, remember that time we sat and talked like this back when we were kids? With the gentle sea breeze and the tranquil sound of the waves? Just the two of us, talking. Do you still remember that day? As clearly as yesterday. Really? You do? So you haven't forgotten about the promise we made that day? Uh-oh. Okay, 50% chance. That makes me happy. But aren't memories strange? Just when you think that you've forgotten about something, it comes floating back into your heart. I guess it's just lying there and waiting for just the right moment. Why? We might even remember this very moment someday. In 10, 20 years, when we're all grown up and married and have kids of our own. When that time comes, I wonder what kind of adults we'll be. And what kind of life will I be leading? I wonder what I'll make of this day. We'll never forget this day. We'll always be the never-ending romantic. Yeah, I hope you're right. Serge, there's been something I've been wanting... Did someone just call my name? Or did I just see it wrong? I thought I saw something above Leena's head. Yeah, there is. Serge. What? What's wrong, Serge? Serge? Ooh, nice cutscene. Okay, what's happening? Memories? Oh, the day of the phantom black cat. We heard about that in the village. So it seems like we teleported somewhere. I do vaguely remember something of this, but it's been way too long. What are you doing there, boy? It's dangerous to sleep out here. Ah, a man and his komodo. You alright, boy? What on earth are you doing lying down anyway? For a second there, I thought you might have been a dead body washed ashore. Huh? Where's Leena? You were the only one I saw when I got here. Are you friends of Leena's? I believe she's in the village, babysitting. Well, I'd best be on my way. Anyway, if you're looking for Leena, you should stop by the village. You know, you shouldn't be playing out here, boy. Wouldn't want anything to happen to you now. If he's from the village, he should recognize me, right? Ooh, Serge boo, you finally up. Something went whoosh, and me was out cold too. Me woke up first, though me went to go a walk around. But no thing of Leena anywhere. Do you think Leena spontaneously combusted? Me wonder if she's okay. Spontaneously combusted. It's a very extreme thought to go to partial straight away. She could just have gone home. Which is in fact really rude if she actually did that, but seeing as we left her alone this morning for a long time, wouldn't blame her. Okay, so something happened to me and to Partial. Both of us were knocked out by the event, and if I look at what we saw, we got teleported somewhere, and since we are in the same place, something else might change. I have an idea. I think I remember what it is. But let's keep on looking for now. Ooh, this looks a little bit different. But what I think is happening is, I think it was that we're not teleported to another place. Well, we teleported to another universe, right? Like a parallel universe. I think that's the entire thing of this game, isn't it? So things look a little bit different here. It's going to be interesting to figure out what's actually different. Oppasa Beach, danger, keep out. Alright. So those are definitely some new enemies that I really want to at least try, at least. Because new enemies mean new materials and new challenges. And we definitely want that. Go straight to the new Oppa fish. Whoppa. Alright, pretty rude trying to break in. Okay, so they are definitely a bit stronger than the enemies in the other area. Slightly. Okay, Partial, you take down the beach bum. Which we know you should be able to. It's good to remember that the Oppa is fire. Very resilient little fish. Okay, you're gonna give us a new material? Maybe some bone? More HP, beautiful. Humor and scale. Ah, scale, definitely. That's a new one we want as well. Let's avoid the other fights. I want to look for the chests. And they are actually close. Perfect. Better. Don't think we had one of those yet. You can't scare us now. And this time he's... Oh, the chest here is gone too. So it's not just that there are new enemies, the chest has been displaced as well. Oh, that's slightly saddened. If it means we have less items we can get. Alright, let's move behind this. And of course we'll come back. Oh, and that chest is gone too. Let's go down, and then when we go up we can go directly out of the area. That chest is definitely there, so let's take it. I think it might be best to just go after the beach bomb for it. No, let's leave that for Portia, because Serge should be a bit stronger. So there's a higher chance of Serge at least taking the enemy down. And if Portia can take care of the beach bomb, even if the fish survives, we know it would not be a major threat. And in between the episodes I will see which element we're gonna put in the new slot we gathered. Strength? Ah, no stats whatsoever. Oh well. Oh, careful. Found bone. So we could actually push the chest into the water instead of the rock. Okay, I'd rather have the contents than the sinking of a chest. There's a komodo there. It's gonna be just a normal enemy. If so, can I get komodo scales as a normal item? Or just the bones? Ooh! Okay, that startled me a little bit. Okay, there's a garden variety of enemies. Can you please stop interrupting me? I think they did lower my stats there then. I mean my hit percentages. I'm gathering that if the enemy attacks me in between, that is the thing that lowers my hit rate. Which I would be not too surprised with. Because if someone hits you in the face, you do lose your focus. Sorry komodo, but I'd rather take on a full HP enemy than a little thing like you. Alright. That chest is there too. So after that we can leave the area and check out what's going on in our village. Really, we're not getting any extra stats? That's slightly disappointed, to be honest. Found another ivory helmet. I don't say no to that. There is water movement there. I think that was the spot where we last dropped the rock into the water, right? Quick look. Yeah, I don't see any chest here, so... Maybe behind here? A hidden one? Alright, now let's get out of here. Alright, I think this might be a really good spot just to call it for today. The next time we're gonna go by all the map areas we went by before, when we first checked out the map, and after that we're gonna go to Arni and see what's going on in town, and what Leena is doing babysitting at the docks. But like I said, that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time if you want to learn together with me what the hell is going on. Bye bye.